Hi, welcome to From the Inside Out with Chris Slowecki, where we go a little deeper into music that I've written about for allaboutjazz.com. Today we're here to talk about the album Heard in Havana, which was released by the artist Third Sound in the year 2020 on the label Innova Recordings. Now, Innova Recordings is a pretty interesting story. It was founded by the Minnesota Composers Forum in 1982. The Minnesota Composers Forum has subsequently become the American Composers Forum. Innova releases about 25 new titles each year. In 2019, Innova Recordings won the Best Choral Performance Grammy Award for the release titled The Zealot Canticles by their ensemble called The Crossing. So who are these guys? Well, Third Sound is Heard in Havana presents the recorded debut of Third Sound. They're a new classical quintet, and they are directed by composer Patrick Castillo. How did this album come together? Well, this album started actually in the year 2015 when the United States and Cuba re-established formal diplomatic relations. That November, in November 2015, the American Composers Forum sent 10 composers, 10 original pieces of music, and the ensemble Third Sound to perform a program of contemporary American classical music at the 28th Havana Contemporary Music Festival. So in 2015, Third Sound performed the first concert of entirely American music with all composers in attendance at that concert since the end of the Cuban Revolution in 1959. Heard in Havana captures all 10 songs by all 10 composers performed by Third Sound. What's the best track? Well, we're listening to Smash, which was written by composer Jennifer Higdon, and it's a composer on how life is just too fast and too busy right now. You listen to this, you hear the piano chasing the violin, you hear the violin chasing the flute and the violin, then gang up on the piano. Everybody bounces into each other and then they take off again. The whole thing, when you put it together, sounds like a fractured soundtrack to a classic Warner Brothers Bugs Bunny cartoon, especially like a chase scene. I don't say that lightly. If you know me at all, you know that I think Carl Stalling, who did that music, is a genius. And so that's actually a very high compliment. What's good about Heard in Havana? Most of the music on Heard in Havana is more structures than songs, so there's a lot of empty space. There's a lot of black and white, varying shades of gray, but there's not a lot of bright color. So a lot of this feels like walking around a big city, but it's deserted and empty, and you can see things in light that you've never been able to see them that way before. This is a very different and interesting listening experience. What didn't fit into the review? If I had had time and space and frankly understood it a little more, there's a song on here called Radiance Phase 2 by composer Michael Harrison. Radiance Phase 2 is built on computer text programming and mathematical theory. And it builds 5 electronic acoustic musical constellations and then sets them off, rotating and bouncing off and into each other. Sometimes it just sounds like a hum or a buzz, but then you hear harmonics and timbres emerge. It's fascinating, and I'm sure I haven't even begun to understand it. That's what I would have liked to have fit into the review. So hey, listen, thanks for taking the time to watch. Thanks for taking the time to listen. If you'd like to read the complete review of Heard in Havana by Third Sound, please just click through the link in the description below this video. Again, this is Chris Slowecki from the Inside Out and allaboutjazz.com. Peace.